So again, some truth today. So those of you who cannot handle a truth speaker, an empathetic, honest, kind woman, earth angel, a chosen one speaking up, do scroll forward, bye-bye. But for those of you who are my soul clients, my soul people who have big hearts, who are empathetic and kind, understanding towards everybody, but you seem to forget about yourself, and you've been so bullied and abused all your life, well, this message is for you. What is coming to me right now is the fact that you have basically lived in this invisible prison, like I've been mentioning, all your life, because if your narcissistic parents have been destroying you, because that is what they do, they destroy their children. They are basically always hating and ashamed of their own children, and they think that everyone else's children can be better than their own. This can happen. This has happened in my family, so that is why I'm just addressing it. And so, because I lived under the shadow of my narcissistic mother, and she used to attack me physically as well. So therefore, because I was also very bullied at school, like usually us chosen ones, we get bullied as well. So, of course, it causes trauma, and it can cause you deep depression, like what happened to me. And the fact that you can still be basically under that spell, that curse, and you don't know it, you don't realize it. You're wondering, why is all of this happening? Why has all of this happened? Maybe you are just in the beginning of your spiritual awakening process, your path. That can also be a fact in your life. Whatever the situation is, but if this resonates with you, that you feel stuck, you feel depressed, you feel anxious, you feel isolated and lonely, and you're crying in panic, in pain, especially if you have nobody to support you and understand you, be there for you. So you are lacking empathy in your life, empathetic people who would actually be guiding you forward and supporting you authentically. Well, you're in the right place when you have found me and my work. And I do suggest that you buy my self-help book and apply to work with me if what I'm talking about, what I've been sharing in my videos and posts, if they resonate with you. So you are living in this invisible prison, and because you have those beliefs, that trauma from those bullies, from your abusers, that basically you are worthless, you are nothing, that you don't even have human worth, that basically you are not allowed to even exist. You have been so put down and attacked and belittled that it's seriously a war. It's a battle in your mind. You can still be having nightmares. You can still be experiencing many psychic attacks, spiritual attacks, daily even. And you just want to be freed. You just want to find your way out. You want to find peace. You want to have peace, because that is your core essence. You are love and light and peace. You are an empathetic person. And so you have to honor your spiritual path. And remember that those who have been bullying you and abusing you, they don't know anything about you ultimately. So you should not give any value to their words. I know it's easy to say, because I've also battled with this myself my entire life. And it's been 40 years almost. So it is not an easy path, but you have to be teaching yourself. You have to be supporting yourself. You have to become the cheerleader of yourself, and to teach yourself that you should not believe their words, because ultimately they are reflections of their issues, not yours. A trauma victim does not intentionally, consciously attract a bully, an attacker, an abuser, a perpetrator. We don't do that. They just come to us because we shine our light, and they are jealous of that. They want what we have, unfortunately. And that is why they attack. It is just this very unfortunate truth that it just happens. That no matter what you do, they might be attacking you, but you have to protect yourself and you have to be aware. Because awareness is power, knowledge is power. Because likely you are still feeling and believing, thinking about those accusations that they have placed upon you. Like, for example, if they called you ugly, you can spend the rest of your life thinking that you're ugly. You can have those beliefs, that false programming within your brain, within your entire being, that, okay, I'm ugly, I'm worthless, I'm not good for anything. And that is why it's hard for you to even act on your dreams and goals and plans. It's hard for you to live every day because you carry this trauma, this baggage with you. And you don't always realize it. So that is why I feel I wanted to remind you today that you are worthy, you are beautiful, you are enough. No matter what somebody has said or what somebody thinks about you, God has created you the way you are supposed to be, and there is no one who can take that away. Like I've been saying, nobody can decrease your value and worth, and people do not get to define you. Only you define you. Only God has been defining you when He made you. So you just need to be connected to God. You need to be connected to your soul, to your higher self, to your peace, to your health and joy, abundance, empowerment, strength, all those good vibe feelings. Setting your healthy boundaries with people and telling them when something is not all right. Yes, of course, we cannot communicate with demons. That is a fact. But still, because I've had to discover my own ways to be dealing with these kinds of people. So yes, I can help you if you apply to work with me. We can go through your situations. You can tell me what's going on and I can help. So there is not really this one way out, because you know, we all have our own life stories and situations. So it's a unique situation. So that is why it's important for me that I hear my client out, that they can tell me, open up to me what's going on, and then I can tell them what I can help with and what I cannot, if there is something that I see that I cannot help with. But of course, mostly I can if you really resonate with my energy, my story, and everything. Of course, you need to know my background and my story first before you come to me. There have been some people who have no idea what I'm even about, clearly. So it's very difficult for me to start working with, you know, a person like that who doesn't even know about who I am and what I do and my background. So do read and watch my videos, my posts, and, you know, check out the info below my YouTube videos, for example, with a bit of info about me and my links there as well. By now I've been helping over thousands online since 2016, and I'm from Finland and 42 and a mother and a cat mama, and I have lived in that prison, that mental, emotional prison, trauma bonded, attached to those toxic beliefs, toxic programming my entire life. And I've been sharing a lot of vulnerable details about my life in my videos as well. And, you know, I always write my posts myself if I'm not sharing something of someone else. Rarely that happens. And if that happens, then it is just a respectful approach to that post if I happen to share something of somebody else's. But yeah, anyway, so if this resonates, buy my book and apply to work with me, because you're not supposed to be suffering alone. Like I always say, we're not supposed to be suffering alone without nobody to talk to, nobody to get and understand us, what we've been going through. Because trauma is a serious matter. Narcissistic abuse is a serious matter. Domestic violence, emotional abuse, psychological abuse. Because they play with your mind. They play with your entire life, with your health. And so many people have lost their lives because of this. Because they don't see anything else. They self-sabotage. They might even kill themselves because they are at the end of their rope. And I know what that feels like. I've been there. I have battled against those dark energies, those dark thoughts. And it is a serious matter. So if you are dealing with this alone, please know that you're not alone. And yes, I can help if you reach out to me.